earlier warming up Clarke Pride, and they're a little bit shorter on their roster. I mean, that's okay. You can be short and mighty, and you can be a little bit fast, but for Clarke right now, for Clarke Pride, we're looking at the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's a little height, but it's going to give them advantage to sneak into the drive and get some layups and also draw some fouls on the Hawkeyes.
It certainly will be interesting to see how head coach Adam Hawking has coached them to prepare for Iowa. Like you said, Clarke only has 3 players 6 foot or above. When you look at Iowa, you can tell that they have more than just 3 players 6 foot or above. You just look at Hannah Stolke getting ready here at center court for tip-off as we get ready for the first game in Carver Hawkeye Arena for the 2023 season. It's won by the Hawkeyes right off the bat. Clarke to Kate Martin off the glass for 2. Quick start for Iowa. Going back up the other side, it's Clarke University up at the top of the key, back to the left side. It's Nicole McDermott. Watch out for her. She is the 2-time NAIA All-American honorable mention. This one off the glass and in for Taylor Haase. The senior freshman from Freedom, Wisconsin, puts Clarke up on the board. Now Clarke right inside for Stolke, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Clarke University. Fast pace to start things off, as here comes Macy Kukta. Top of the key is Maya Mershman. Back over to Nicole McDermott. Inside is Taylor Haase going one-on-one with Addison O'Grady, but a travel is called.
You know, AJ, we were talking about how they can be
You're good.
They can be sneaky and fast in the drive, and that's what they did earlier.
They were able to get in off the glass to get their first 2 points, as Caitlin Clarke now brings it across half court. She's going to drive to the paint herself and gets fouled on the way up. So Clarke will be going to the line for 2. And Caitlin Clarke last season we talk about all of her stats and how she led the nation and a whole lot of things, but she was also really consistent from the charity stripe. Shot .839 last season, makes the first one there. And it was funny, at the crossover Kinnick game, she airballed one of her free throws, and in the post-game presser, she promised everyone who was there that she will never airball a free throw
AJ,
again.
we all have our bad days. I can't tell you. I mean, I said I would never airball, but whew, look at that.
She said the wind kind of took that one.
It was the wind.
It was very windy. Here's a 3-pointer from Clarke. That one's off the back iron, rebounded by who else but Caitlin Clarke. That was Macy Kukta, who pulled up from beyond the arc. And now a foul charged to Caitlin Clarke. We'll give the ball back to the Pride.
You know, earlier when we were kind of walking around the court, there's a weird feeling on the court a little bit when we were dribbling around. I don't know if it's something to be an excuse for that foul, but you know, with Caitlin Clarke, you have to look at those fouls early on, because if she were to foul out early, that can be a problem for the Hawkeyes.
Well, I don't think it was even a foul. I think one of the they're looking at the basketballs themselves, checking how bouncy they are, and I think the ball that they were using
was a little bit flat.
Yeah, it was a little deflated. So Caitlin's like, "Why are we stopping the game for this?" And now they're kind of laughing it off a little bit.
A little laugh off right there.
Caitlin was a little frustrated. Thought she got called for a foul, but nope. Just gotta switch out the basketballs. So it'll be Kate Martin to inbound. Don't know how many times you're going to see that. A game stop
no,
in the middle of a drive.
I've seen it once, but that was in the NBA.
Kate Martin drives inside, back up to O'Grady, off the glass, no good. Left it a little short. And the whistle is called. It'll stay with Iowa. That's certainly something that, with the absence of McKenna Warnock and Monica Sinano, both of them graduating last year, it's really been a big question, who's going to be the bigs now? And sophomore Hannah Stolke has certainly stepped up into that role, as well as Addison O'Grady, as Clarke drives in, steps back off the paint, and good.
That's her move. That is Caitlin Clarke's move.
Driving right into the paint, gets that one to go. It's 6-2 Iowa. Clarke nearly pulled up from the logo. This one off the glass and in. That's number 24, Maya Mershman, getting the Pride up on the board. Clarke cross-court pass to Stolke, inside on the paint, double team. Battling, threw it off the glass, no good. As the Pride come down with it, that's Maya Mershman.
The Pride is adding a lot of pressure to the Hawkeyes right now when they're on their offense.
Inside pass, off the glass, and good. Nice play by Merschman.
What a look.
Caught it in the air and then sent it off the glass to make it a 6-6 tie ball game. Now here comes Gabby Marshall off the glass and in to retake the lead.
This is looking like a fast, intense game. We got a good pace going on for both teams. It's hard to keep up.
Kukta gives it back to Izzy Peterson. Logo shot by Maya Merschman off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Pride, but Clarke comes down with it. As Marshall gets a screen from O'Grady. Gives it inside to Addison. Off the glass jumper, no good.
You know, to be that tall, I mean, you have to be able to get up there and put those balls in. I mean, you know, it takes time, though, with Monica Sanano graduating. These are the times where you can show yourself and being that big person down low and having those looks. But it's something to adapt to. It's not easy.
It's not easy, especially when you had such solid rocks in Monica Sanano and McKenna Warnock last year. Now you look to O'Grady and Stolke not to necessarily fill their shoes, but come in and be those reliable paint shooters that Monica Sanano and McKenna Warnock were for the last few years. Taylor Haase drew the foul, so she'll go to the line for 2. Molly Davis checks in for O'Grady. O'Grady was given the foul. That's her first. Haase makes the first. We're all knotted up at 8. Here comes Iowa the other way. Marshall one-on-one, makes a move, tries to get around. That's a step back, gets it back to Clarke outside the arc. Now she's going to drive towards the paint, looking for someone. And off the glass, and a big and tough two-pointer by Caitlin Clarke.
What a strong move from Caitlin Clarke. You know, she is that player that can be able to get down low and be tough with the bigger players on the other side.
And here comes the Pride. That's Haase with it. She goes one-on-one with Stolke and is able to get it off the glass and in to tie it up again. Clarke pulls up from 3. Off the back iron, no good. Stolke with the rebound. Gets it back out to Martin. Over to Davis. Back to Marshall on the left side. Inside for Davis off the glass. Falls and draws the foul. Doesn't get the and one. Will go to the line for 2.
What a good cut from Molly Davis. That look was perfect. But, you know, you didn't finish it, but that's okay. You draw the foul, and now you're going to the line.
It was a tough look for Molly Davis. A little bit of a mismatch as well. But she was able to draw the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Last year, she was one of the better free throw shooters for Iowa. She had a free throw percentage of 88.9, drains the first one. Sydney Fulter checks in for Kate Martin, the junior guard. Molly drains them both, make it a 2-point game. McDermott inside for Haase. Now she falls down. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession arrow points to Clarke. So the Pride will get the ball. Kukta to inbound. Gets it out to Maya Merschman, back inside. Now all the way out to Taylor Norris, our first time saying her name today. Nearly picked off. Clarke from beyond the three-point line. No good. That's Macy Kukta. Stolke comes down with the rebound. Here comes Iowa. Clarke driving towards the net. Off the glass. No good. Stolke right there for the putback and in.
Hannah Stolke was right there, ready to get that ball right back up. See that she is the player that can be able to do that, and she has grown so much as a player throughout the summer.
She's grown as a player from freshman now as a sophomore. She had some serious time last year as a freshman for Iowa. In 37 games, averaged 6.5 points per game with 18 steals and 5 blocks, and averaged just under 4 rebounds per game. Here's a three-pointer from the Pride, no good. Molly Davis comes down with the rebound. Fast break to a Fulter, inside off the glass, and in. Molly Davis to Sydney, a Fulter in transition. Hawkeyes starting to cook now.
I think it took a little bit of time to warm up a little bit, but I think we are getting the pace of the game, and we're seeing these Hawkeyes get a little more comfortable as their first time in Cover Hawkeye Arena.
They played outside last week. Now they're inside, getting used to no wind. They don't have to account for the wind. And that's a travel on Taylor Haase as she fell down trying to
Good defense on Hannah Stolke.
Haase trying to crash the net but fell down. It'll be a timeout, and we'll take one as well. Hawkeyes lead 16-10. You're watching women's basketball on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Hawkeyes lead at 14-10 over Clarke University. Again, Clarke Pride were 2022-2023 NAIA champions last year. Iowa was runner-up in the NCAA championship. So really this game is a battle of what of NAIA's best and the NCAA's best here today. As now it's as Kylie Feuerbach enters the game for Iowa. After missing all of last season injured, Molly Davis cross-court to a Fulter, back up to Marshall. Feuerbach gets double-teamed, finds Davis from beyond the arc, wide open, nails it.
Good look from Molly Davis, wide open, took the shot, and drains it.
Going back to Kylie Feuerbach, she missed all of last season due to an injury, but before that, she was a key role player on this Iowa women's basketball team. But an unfortunate preseason injury sidelined her all year, but now she's back in an Iowa uniform. The Pride put up a three, no good off the front iron. That was Taylor Norris.
In the 2021 season, she played all 32 games and started her first two seasons as a Hawkeye, transferring from, I believe, which was Iowa State.
Yeah, it was from Iowa State. Switching sides of the Iowa rivalry, Clarke in transition, gets it to go, but a travel is called. So that bucket will be wiped off the board as Taylor Haase called for the travel. Keeps it a 19-10 ball game. And here comes Caitlin Clarke. Feuerbach inside to Goodman, back out to Clarke. Clarke step back three off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Kukta. That one's knocked away by Feuerbach. Great defensive play by Iowa. We'll stay on this side of the court. It'll be Madison Lindauer, the transfer from University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, to inbound as Taylor McCabe checks in for Molly Davis. We were watching practice before the game today, and they were having a competition from the from half court. And Clarke is normally probably the favorite to make that shot first, but today it was Taylor McCabe.
It looked a little different.
It did look a little different. I think she had some fun putting it in Caden's face as Goodman off the glass, no good, but rebounded by a Fulter at the putback is good. Make it 21-10 Iowa. Driving is Lindauer, backs off one-on-one with a Fulter. Taylor Norris back over to Izzy Peterson. Izzy, one of the few seniors, very junior and freshman heavy team is Clarke. As Madison Lindauer off the glass, no good. Clarke in transition, has a Fulter in front of her, but will take it herself. Woo! And off the glass for two more.
Good move on Caitlin Clarke, right behind the back, trick him a little bit. I mean, that would have me spinning in circles. And usually she kind of plays that one out a little bit.
Clarke now up to 8 points. Lindauer back over to McDermott. One-on-one with Clarke.
Good defense on Clarke right now. Hands up. No foul, but it's all right. Gets the shot.
Nicole McDermott gets it to go over Caitlin's defense as now she drives in. One-on-one off the glass and one.
And one. This is the kind of things that get Carver Hawkeye Arena fired up, and those Iowa fans looking at Caitlin Clarke, seeing that she can get drive to the basket, kind of get that little fire started in for the Hawkeyes. Get started a little bit slow earlier in the first, little part of the game, but I think now they're kind of, like we said, they're getting more comfortable.
Starting to get comfortable as Jada Jimphy and Hannah Stolke check back in as a Fulter and Goodman will take a seat on the bench.
Jada Jimphy's in, and I've had my eyes on her for a while. I think that she could be a main asset for this team. She's starting pretty tall, and she can with Hannah Stolke down low too. I think they could work together well with Caitlin Clarke.
And last season only played in 8 games, averaged 3.3 in those 8. Did make one from beyond the arc as Clarke tips this one into the air and brings it back down with a little bit of help from Taylor McCabe. McCabe to the corner for Feuerbach for 3.
Oh.
No good, just rims out. And here comes the pride in transition. It's Izzy Peterson with some speed back to the top of the key for Maya Mershman, who drives in one-on-one with a Jimphy, but no good. Stolke comes down with it hard. And she's going to get helped back up. Both Stolke and Taylor Norris went down hard, but both of them seem okay.
That kind of aggression coming out of D1 level, that's important, but sometimes it can get a little scary, AJ.
Yeah, especially in an exhibition matchup that doesn't go towards the record. Both teams definitely want to get their starters in, get them their minutes, but wouldn't be surprised if maybe towards the second half we see some newer names coming for both of these squads. Stolke makes the first after the foul. And Stolke nails them both.
Hannah Stolke was named Big Ten 6th Player of the Year and also scores a career high of 17 points and grabbed 9 rebounds against Northwestern her 2022-2023 season. Hannah Stolke's, she's someone to look at for sure, especially coming up on her sophomore year.
She is. I mean, she played a lot of minutes last year behind Monica Sonano, McKenna Warnock, but she showed flashes of greatness, and now she has a chance to step up into those big shoes as the Pride put up a big long 3, but off the back iron, rebounded by Stolke. But she has been the headliner to take over that position with Monica Sonano now graduated and gone.
I could definitely see that title on her. I think that she has so much potential, and it's been shown so far early on in the season, especially that first game against Paul. Davis
charges in, gets it to go off the glass, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. The Hawkeyes lead Clarke University 30-12 after 1. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter. You're watching women's basketball on Big Ten Plus. Welcome back to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Number 3 ranked Hawkeyes lead at 30-12 over Clarke University. Vivian in that first quarter, Caitlin Clarke finished it with 11 total points. She was 4 for 7 from the field, and 3 from 3 from the free throw line. But it was a solid first quarter for Iowa, putting up 30 points. Clarke University looked to shorten the lead here in the second. A.J. Reister along with Vivian Smosky. And Vivian, Iowa really put the pedal to the metal there in the second quarter, dropping 32 points while holding the Pride to just 6. What do you expect out of the Hawkeyes coming out of the half?
AJ, I mean, I think obviously I'm here for the Hawkeye win today. I don't know if they're going to pull 100, but to see if they would, I mean, that'd be kind of interesting. Clarke and Iowa have met on one occasion in 1975-76 season, and Iowa leads the all-time series 1-0 with a 68-32 win in Iowa City, as they once again are in Iowa City playing each other.
We'll see if it's a similar result. It's really looking that way with a 62-18 lead for the number 3 ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. Clarke, again, the reigning NAIA national champions, but this is certainly a tough tune-up game before they get started here in a couple of weeks. Here's a 3-pointer from the Pride. That one's good.
Right off half the half. You know, maybe they got a little cooking in the locker room, making sure, hey, I gotta get some shots up and finish up. Good move, good finish.
O'Grady answers with 2 of her own. Makes it 64-21 Iowa. Here comes Clarke the other way. Driving in, back out. Beyond 3-point land is Izzy Peterson. Gets a screen. Back out to Merschman. The floater and in. Maya Merschman gets the floater to go.
Maya Merschman has definitely been a player on the Clarke Pride team who has contributed a lot of play, especially as she has been hustling back and forth. And I mean, she is a player to watch.
Yeah, she's currently leading the team in points with 8. The next closest is Haase with 6, and then Cookta with 3, and then Peterson, McDermott, and Norris all have 2. For Iowa, Stolke, the leading scorer, with 20. Misses her first free throw there. And then Clarke has 13, and Molly Davis has 7. Hawkeyes really been spreading the ball around as Stolke makes her second.
I like this kind of play with Iowa, making sure that each player gets their time to shine, and they're definitely using each other very well and working together to get those plays and get those buckets in, to get those extra points.
10 different players have scored for Iowa so far. For Clarke, it's been mostly their starters, plus Taylor Norris. McDermott back out, now charging in. Back out is Peterson from the key, no good, is Macy Cookta. Clarke pulls up from the MediaCom logo and drains it.
Hey, we've been waiting for that one all that early afternoon, and about time that we've seen something from Caitlin Clarke from the deep 3.
Here's another 3, this one from Merschman, no good. Kate Martin with the rebound. Caitlin Clarke the other way. Behind the back, inside the paint,
good
into
luck.
Stolke, off the glass, and good.
Good finish on both parts. Caitlin and Hannah Stolke, which is a great mixture. And those are my 2 favorite right there, AJ. You know that. So a little magic between the 2 players.
We'll certainly see that combo quite a bit this season. Here comes the Pride. Here's Merschman inside, double teamed by Martin O'Grady. Now inside for McDermott. The floater is good as Nicole McDermott, the NAIA All-American honorable mention, gets on the board. Now Clarke goes to work inside, off the glass, and good. Caitlin Clarke starting to heat up after sitting for most of the first half, had a few minutes, but now she's up to 16 points, catching up to Stolke in terms of points scored today. This one's tipped away by Caitlin Clarke, and it'll go out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Pride. Merschman will inbound as Goodman comes in for O'Grady.
We're getting a lot of early touches on the Hawkeyes, getting real close on the Pride's offense, making sure to get those tips through and kind of sneaking on those passes, which has been very helpful on those turnovers.
Izzy Peterson back out to Merschman at the top of the key, gets the screen, now inside another floater, and that one doesn't go. A lot of floaters here in the second half by Merschman to start things off.
Good grab from Sharon Goodman, making sure she gets that ball right when it hits off the rim.
Here's the give and go. Clarke tries to go to work inside.
Good finish. Caitlin Clarke looking down low with that high-low kind of move. It's good look, making sure that your bigs are open down low, making sure you get those easy baskets.
That's
Good
Sharon.
grab from good grab from Sharon Goodman, cutting down that pass and making sure to get the turnover for the Pride.
Clarke off the glass. Finishes the play the other side of the court and makes it 76-25 Iowa.
Still moving, AJ. We're still moving on the Hawkeyes. They're not giving up on this one yet. They're still got some fire left in them.
Foul called against Clarke, so it'll be Iowa ball. Molly Davis checks in for Caitlin Clarke. It's been a 6-0 run for Iowa over the last minute 17 as they continue to put the pedal to the metal here against Clarke in this exhibition matchup. Their first game in Carver Hawkeye Arena this season. Stolke inside off the glass, gets it to go again.
It's just going in for her today. I think even if she would close her eyes and take a free throw, I feel like she would get it in the basket.
She has been on fire. Just about everything is dropping for her in this one. Here comes Macy Kukta, gets it out to Mershman.
Stolke's at 25 right now, and she's still not giving up. She's ready.
That one's tipped by Gabby Marshall and is a steal.
Good defense on Gabby Marshall.
In front for Kate Martin off the glass, and one.
And give me that, AJ. Give me that, AJ. And one.
Kate Martin in transition off the glass, draws the foul, and a potential for a three-point play here.
AJ, grab the popcorn. I'm ready.
We do have some extra popcorn in here. I might have to go refill it, though. This game's been exciting.
This game's been exciting. Looking at the score, it's 80-25, but we still got some things. We asked earlier in the beginning of the game, AJ, you said we really need some things to happen during this game on the exciting side for the Hawkeyes. And, hey, I think your wish got granted, AJ.
I think so as well. Kate Martin sits down. She's up to 7 points now.
Looks like Iowa's bench had every player had a full opportunity to get in the game, and which we'd like to see that.
The only players to not score a bucket so far for Iowa, numbers few. It's Johnson and McCabe. And McCabe has had some minutes. We'll see if she's able to get on the board here. This is Stolke. Gets the pass from Davis. Can't get the first one to go. Rebounds it herself. Out to McCabe for three. No good. Or excuse me, that's Sydney Folter. This one's put back by Goodman. And that one does go.
Look at that hustle. Look at that dedication, making sure that they're grabbing that ball and they are putting it in the net. They're not done fighting yet. They are still working at it. Good defense on Gabby Marshall, making sure that she gets those early passes, trying to get a little tip away for that little turnover for the Pride.
This one's tipped away. That one's taken away by Folter. In transition, Gabby Marshall gets it to go.
And finished.
Gabby Marshall in transition has been stellar. She's now up to 4 points. She's 2 for 2 from the field. Here comes Lindauer. Gets it out to Mershman, nearly tipped away by Stolke. She pulls up from three. That one's good. Maya Mershman continues to have a good night. She's now up to 11 points. Stolke inside for Goodman. That one's taken away. This is Nicole McDermott, the All-American. Bounce pass to Lindauer. She gets it to go off the glass. And Lindauer. Gabby Marshall one-on-one. Gets it to Goodman. Looking around, back out to Marshall beyond the arc. Tries to get a screen from Goodman. Inside. Goodman off the glass
and in. There we go. What a look. They're definitely using their high-lows, making sure those easy passes right by down on the bottom of the basket. And that's, we haven't seen a lot of outside shots taken, but when we see them, look at that. Grab, pass, boom, in. Easy high-low.
Goodman with the putback. It's 87-30 Iowa as Clarke takes their first time out of the half. You're watching women's basketball on Big Ten Plus. And an absolute player for the Iowa Hawkeyes so far in this one. 25 points, 10 for 14 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Still to nail a three-pointer and 4 for 5 from the free throw line as well. She's also notched up 10 rebounds. She's got a double-double so far.
Hey, give her a triple-double.
She's having herself a night.
Game's not over yet. We still got some opportunity to see that triple-double out of her. I think it's possible today. She's got a little fire, but she is taken out. She's on that bench. She's getting a little rest for herself.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the point where Iowa and Lisa Bluter starts to put in some more of their subs and give their starters a rest. This one, no good off the front iron.
Good grab from Molly Davis, making sure she's running down the ball up the court. And there we go. And up. Easy.
Sharon Goodman in transition, sneaks behind the defense and gets that one to go for 2 more. Make it 89-30.
AJ, do you think they got 100 in them? Do you think
Today
they got 100
we're
in
still
them?
only in the 3rd quarter. I think they've got 100 in them. Taylor Norris gets it inside for Haase. Cross-court pass, pulls down the 3. This one off the glass and just bad bounce off the rim and out. Here comes Sydney Fulter. McCabe still looking for her first basket. Gets the pass from Goodman and is fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line for 2. Taylor McCabe, one of 2 players, still looking for her first basket in this one.
Maybe this is her time to get her 2 points in.
And it's all up to Kennis Johnson. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Iowa's taking their first timeout of the half. They're up 89-30. You're watching women's basketball on Big Ten Plus. Couple of weeks against Marley Dickinson. Clarke, this is their first game of the season. Also, head coach is Adam Hawkins' first coach since taking over the job this season. They open up their season in a couple of weeks at St. Ambrose as Taylor McCabe makes her first from the free throw line. Now it's just up to Kennis Johnson. She's the only player who hasn't scored yet. She has come into the game for a little bit. I'm sure Lisa Bluter has that on her mind to get her into the game. Last year the Hawkeyes did do this where they had every single player score. Looking to do it again here to start off their season at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Got a jump ball coming. It'll be Clarke's ball, as Iowa had the last one.
Smiles. He smiles,
Lots
laughs.
of smiles. Sydney Fulter trying to get in there and tear the ball away, but call for the jump ball.
You know, AJ, it's really fun to see that a lot of the players are scoring. And, you know, we're still winning out one more player, but to see that happen, it'll be really fun to watch. But every single player has contributed so much, especially on the Pride side and the Hawkeyes. Each and every single player has contributed so much.
This one, a 3-pointer from Norris, no good. Rebounded by Taylor McCabe. Here she comes the other way. Goodman out to McCabe for 3 off the back iron, but rebounded by a Fulter. And that one's going to go out of bounds. They'll stay with Iowa. Kylie Feuerbach will be the inbounder. Fulter driving in, off the glass, no good. It'll be rebounded by Izzy Peterson coming the other way. Over to McDermott, back to the top of the key. Lindauer takes down a 3. Peterson now at the top of the key. Lindauer thought about chucking up a 3, decided against it. Here comes Taylor Norris. Spin move on Kylie Feuerbach doesn't work, and a travel is called.
Swiper, no swiping. No traveling, but hey, it's okay.
So it'll be Iowa's ball as McCabe brings it the other way with Molly Davis. Goodman looking around. He's going to bring it back to the top of the key. Inside for
Good
Davis.
luck.
Nice give and go.
Little smile running away from that fast, easy look. She's like, oh, I got that. I look at her.
You could tell Goodman and Davis have worked on that one in practice. They just knew it was going to work.
They were waiting to pull that one out. I love seeing the girls having fun and still doing what they got to do and, you know, making sure that they get things done. So having fun with it. That's all you want.
So foul called on Kylie Feuerbach. It's Feuerbach's second foul of the game.
You know, AJ, I'm really surprised I haven't seen a lot of girls on the Pride side going in and making those layups. They're really a team of outside shooters. They love taking those threes. And look, let's see one right here.
This one from Georgia Hunselman goes. The junior forward from Earlman, Iowa, puts up a three-pointer, makes it 93-33. As that is Hanselman's first points of the game. Davis just looking to take this clock all the way down. She'll put up a last-second shot here.
Good
Cross-court pass.
pass.
Bierbacher for three at the buzzer, no good. And that is the end of the third quarter. Hawkeyes up 93-33 as we get set for the fourth quarter. You're watching women's basketball on Big Ten Plus. Is coming back out
She's
for
going,
the fourth
hey.
quarter. Might as well. All the starters are back out to start off this fourth quarter.
AJ,
Clarke.
she's coming back out. She's ready. Look at her. That's my girl right there.
Would be surprised she puts up another three-pointer. Hawkeye fans really enjoyed that one. She only hit one all of last year. She's already made one in this game. Kate Martin gets it taken away, but a foul is called.
Caitlin Clarke has come back in for the fourth quarter. You know, we have seen her a little bit this game, but, you know, these kinds of games, you want her to sit down and relax a little bit and sit back.
It's an exhibition game as Stolke continues to build on her incredible night. But like you said, it's an exhibition game. You want your stars to come out and show the fans what they've got, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure they get their minutes in, but they stay healthy as well. This one, a three-pointer from Lindauer. No good off the back iron. Clarke with the rebound. Gets it taken away. McDermott off the glass and good.
I'm telling you, AJ. I mean, I feel like the Clarke Pride can take those outside shots, but man, when they get a little sneaky down low, they'll lay them up a little bit and put them down.
I mean, you talked about in the pregame, they might not have the size advantage on Iowa, but they certainly have the speed and then get down low and possibly draw some fouls. We haven't seen that as much as we thought we might have. Iowa's been very good at staying patient and disciplined. This one inside for Georgia Hanselman. Back outside, three-pointer by Norris off the back iron, and Martin brings it down. Clarke in transition.
Iowa's doing good on getting on top of those shooters on the top of the keys and making sure that, you know, they don't give them enough space to take those big shots.
Clarke back to O'Grady from the free throw line is good. 99-35. Iowa has had their way all night and looking to close this one out with a bang. 8:25 still to go in the ball game.
One more, AJ, and we'll see 100 on that scoreboard.
Nicole McDermott back outside to Vondenkamp. Norris again into the corner. McDermott charging, double teamed off the glass and gets it to go. McDermott through the double team. O'Grady.
And there we go. There we have it. You know, both teams have done such a great job in making sure that they're hustling back and forth. And Clarke Pride has a lot of energy in making sure that they're moving the ball and staying low on defense and making sure that their plays are sort of running smoothly. So, but it's still away from Gabby Marshall, tips it away from Clarke Pride, going strong past Caitlin Clarke, and she finishes it up high. Look at that pass and that control work from Gabby Marshall and Caitlin Clarke. Got a little chemistry on the court, and they made that magic happen.
Another duo we'll certainly see a lot of this season as Gabby Marshall enters another season with Iowa, her 5th year as a Hawkeye. Clarke knocks it out of the hands of Madison Lindauer. That one, Georgia puts it up, no good. Kate Martin brings it down for the rebound. Kate Martin over to Caitlin Clarke into the corner for Marshall. Now to O'Grady is good.
O'Grady has done such a great job in taking those close shots in the paint, you know, making sure it's like their layup. They're a little steps away from the basket and just boop, putting it right in. So it's working well for her.
Looks like both teams are going to go for a full lineup
there
change.
We go.
Marshall to Caitlin Clarke all alone. Puts it off the glass and in.
AJ, I was waiting for her to dunk it.
I thought she was going to dunk it. We were waiting for it.
I thought she was going to fly in the basket. I'm not going to lie. I was waiting for it. Little Michael Michael Jordan fly from the free throw. And then
That really would have just added on to her greatness if she's added dunking to her game. Norris left corner for Vondenkamp, no good. Martin brings it down.
Looks like we've got a full new lineup coming in, waiting on the side of the bench.
Martin charging in. Steps back inside the paint, gets it to go.
These
And
shots are
there it
just
is.
laying in for these Hawkeyes. Look at them smiles coming off the court. They know that they've done it, and they should be proud of themselves. Both teams should be proud of themselves. They've worked.
And a standing O from the Hawkeye squad, from the Hawkeye fans. As a full lineup change on its way. The first an Iowa timeout. So full lineup change for both teams as starters are now going to take their rest for the rest of the fourth quarter. For Iowa, it's now Molly Davis, Taylor McCabe, Kylie Feuerbach, Sharon Goodman, and Sydney Folter for Clarke. It's Hallie Bolt, Taylor Haase, Maya Mershman. Well, I guess Clarke has kept some of their starters in. Maya Mershman's been having quite a day. Izzy Peterson's in the corner. And this one from Hallie Bolt is up and good. That's her first points of the game. This one inside for a Folter. Back out to McCabe. Taylor McCabe goes to work inside, off the glass and good. Great move by Taylor McCabe.
Great hustle. These Hawkeyes are not giving up on their speed of game, and they're making sure that they get those baskets in and fast. Look great.
And aggressive as well as Taylor McCabe gets in there trying to steal that one away, but called a jump ball. It will stay with Clarke.
These Clarke players are very, very aggressive, and I kind of like it. Small but mighty, you know? Getting it done.
And great from the free throw line today. 4 for 4. Haven't drawn as many fouls as maybe they had planned for as Mershman puts it up for 3 and good. This one in
Mershman has been their
transition.
shooter.
Goodman off the back iron, no good on the layup. You are right, Mershman has had herself quite a day, up to 14 points now, 5 for 15 from the field, 2 for 8 from beyond the arc. This one is Bolt. Over to Peterson, back inside. Going to work is Taylor Haase off the glass, and good on Sharon Goodman. Taylor Haase now up to 8.
Taylor Haase has been a player I've been watching this whole time, AJ, and she is an aggressive player, and you know that's what you want. She is that player that can get down low and get back and forth in where you need her to be.
She's had an incredible night, 3 for 9 today. Feuerbach off the glass, can't finish the and one. Who gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line for 2. That foul was on Maya Mershman. That is her 3rd. Subbing in for Clarke. Nicole McDermott subs back in for Clarke. Feuerbach drains the first. It's a second one to go as well. Score now 114 to 44. We have to look and see what the scoring record is here at Carver. I know last year Iowa put up a couple of, or at least one 100-point game. I have to go back and take a look and see how many there have been in Carver's history.
This is a game where it's a high-scoring game for this team. I mean, I think that the basket really likes them today. I feel like every other shot's going in for them.
They've certainly had their way all day. Kylie Feuerbach goes in for Goodman, can't get it to go. Molly Davis comes flying in, gets the rebound, keeps it on this side of the court.
Molly Davis kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, she was fastened down there to grab that ball. She saw it coming.
Taylor McCabe couldn't finish off the play as here comes the Pride the other way.
That's what I like about Molly Davis is that she is always around hustling down and up and down the court, making sure she gets those boards. Especially, you know, being a little bit tinier, she can still get the job done, especially making sure that she can either get a shot out or get a shot in. So
she's definitely going to be a key role player this year. Now she has the rock and is charged for a foul. Make sure that Izzy Peterson's okay. She took a tough fall there after Molly Davis tried to force her way into the paint. Jada Jimfy checks in for Iowa, as well as Beatrice Atienza, the junior guard for Clarke. The 5'3" junior from Plainfield, Illinois, getting her first minutes in this one for Clarke University. Feuerbach inbounds to Davis. Davis goes to work in the paint again. Back out to McCabe for three. That one just rims out, no good. Rebound, Beatrice Atienza.
good look on McCabe.
McDermott gets the screen, goes inside, back outside for Burrell for three, no good. Rebound by Goodman, but she steps out of bounds, so it stays on this side of the court with Clarke. And coming in for Iowa is Kanisha Johnson, the freshman guard, the only player so far today to not score for Iowa. We'll see if she can get her first bucket.
I'm really hoping, AJ, that all these Hawkeyes can get on the scoreboard a little bit, and hopefully she can get her first basket.
Vandenkamp inbounds it, gets it all the way up to Atienza. Burrell beyond the arc, one-on-one with Jimfy, gets it to Vandenkamp, and a travel is called. The ball is coming the other way.
All right, AJ, it's their time to shine with her to score a basket, but we'll see what happens.
It is McCabe who brings it the other way. Kylie Feuerbach inside to Goodman. Can't get that one to go. Jimfy gets the rebound and puts it up to herself.
Strong finish on that one. And I was saying earlier, as Kinsey Johnson, I want to see her score a basket, but we'll see.
2:15 to go in this one. This one from beyond the arc is good.
Finally got her revenge on that three-pointer from that last play. Good look on that one.
Brianna Burrell, like you said, missed her last three-point chance. Gets that one to go. This one, Feuerbach from beyond the arc.
There we go.
Good. Kylie Feuerbach from the key gets it to go. That's her second three-pointer today.
AJ, I don't know if they didn't call that three. I think they called it travel, but I'm not too sure.
On the stat sheet in front of me, it says that they've given her the three, so I think
There
it's
we
going to
go.
stand.
Hey, give her the three. It was a pretty shot.
Kylie Feuerbach, 2 for 5 from beyond the, or excuse me, yeah, 2 for 5 from beyond the arc. All of her shots have been from three-point land. She's up to 8 points. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Feuerbach over to McCabe. As Jimfy down low, gets it to Goodman. Off the glass and good. As Goodman's now up to 12 points.
The high-lows are really working for them today. Making sure that they're getting all those baskets down low. I mean, AJ, I think we're gonna see a lot of this high-lows, I think, this season. Obviously, we have the point guards working in and taking those big shots, but most of their gameplay has been in the paint.
They've certainly scored a lot from down there. This one, a long three by Vandenkamp, comes down to Johnson, and she runs the court.
Johnson's hustling down there, looking for an open pass.
And she gets it to Feuerbach for three, no good off the back iron. 1 minute to go.
Good look on Johnson. She's hustling down there, being a freshman, making her game time play right now. She's doing a good job and keeping up.
This time, Vandenkamp gets fouled by Goodman. That's Goodman's first foul. Move on, the freshman in for Clarke, getting some minutes.
some good defense on there, coming up high, making sure staying low and having her arms spread wide, making sure it's not touching and fouling, but staying good.
Camp down low. Cross-court pass for Luvon. Goes to work on Johnson. Puts it up as the shot clock was expiring. No good. Feuerbach comes down with it. Gets over to Johnson. Elects to pass it inside for Gyamfi. The mid-point shot, no good. Goodman
And right
with
back
the
up
putback
again.
is good.
AJ,
Final 15 seconds here from Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa up 122 to 49.
Hey, this is one exciting game, and now we can look at it 122-49. We're going to see.
We're going to have a last-second foul. It's a traveling violation on Vonnekamp. And Iowa will elect to run the clock out. And there it is. Iowa wins their second exhibition game of the season, 122 to 49. Hannah Stolke have a day, 27 points, 11 for 15 from the field. Behind her was Sharon Goodman, 14.7 for 13 from the field. Caitlin Clarke, 24 points, 9 for 13, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, just missed out on the double-double. And then Kate Martin, 10 points herself, 4 for 4 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Addison O'Grady, 12 points, a couple of rebounds in there, 6 for 10 from the field. Kylie Feuerbach, 8 points, a couple of three-pointers, and 2 for 2 from the line, a rebound and assist as well to tally on to her day. Taylor McCabe and Jade Gyamfi each had 4. Molly Davis had 9 points, Sydney Fulter had 6, Gabby Marshall had 4 as well. That's a look at your scoring for today's game. Again, Kenise Johnson, the only player for Iowa to not score. But looking on the other side, Vivian McDermott had herself a day with 10 points, but it was Maya Merschman who led the team in scoring with 14 points, 5 for 15 from the field, including 2 three-pointers in there as well. Taylor Haase, 8 points, 3 for 9, and 5 rebounds. A lot of scoring. Woo. A lot of different players got in on the action for Iowa.
AJ,